Hey guys, so here are the predictions for SummerSlam 2021. Again, no particular order here. So the first match that we have is going to be the triple threat for the Raw Women's Championship, currently held by Nikki Ash, almost a superhero. So she's defending that against Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley. And for this one, I was kind of undecided at first, because as much as I think Charlotte is very talented, I just feel like they need to push some of these other women who have amazing talent on this roster. However, my pick for this match is going to be Charlotte, mainly because I do believe that there is going to be something between Becky and Charlotte afterwards. And the reason for that is with Becky coming back for her pregnancy, I feel like it would be best if they went with somebody that she's very comfortable with, very familiar with in the ring. For her first feud, her first match back, her kind of first interactions back in the ring. So I'm going to say Charlotte ends up winning this and beating Nikki Ash and Rhea Ripley. So then we have the SmackDown Women's Championship, and that is held by Bianca Belair. She's defending against Sasha Banks. As of right now, this match is still on. I have heard rumors that they may not be going through with it, that it could get pulled. We'll see what ends up happening. Right now, it's still listed as on the card. I have a feeling that with this one they're going to... I want to say they're going to give it to Bianca Belair. Mainly that is because typically what they've done in the past is whoever has looked strongest the go-home show, which they were not on last night, that was not part of the show at all, is the one that generally does not get the win at the pay-per-view. I would not be upset if Sasha ended up winning, but we will see what ends up happening with that. But my pick is going to be Belair. They could end up having someone else step in for Sasha Banks. From what I understand of the rumors, it's Sasha Banks that was not at the SmackDown taping. So we'll see what happens there. Then we have Edge versus Seth Rollins. I feel like in this, Seth almost needs the win. It would be nice for Edge, but he is at the end of his career, and it's not like he's going to be going after championships or anything like that, really, probably, at this point. His purpose now is mostly just getting talent over. I really feel like Edge putting Seth over here would be best for the company overall. Now, with this match, I thought what would be interesting is if they brought Becky back in a heel capacity here to maybe help Seth win over Edge, but I don't really necessarily see that happening. It would be interesting, but I don't necessarily see it happening. So, my pick for that is Seth Rollins. Then we have the Raw Tag Team Championship. AJ Styles and Omos are defending against Randy Orton and Riddle. I am going to go ahead and go with Randy Orton and Riddle in this. They don't necessarily need to hold on to it long, but I think it would be intriguing to have them hold on to the championship for a little bit. They could even have Randy turn on Riddle right afterwards and go completely heel on him right afterwards if they wanted. But I think this would be intriguing. I have not hated Styles and Omos as champions, but at some point you need to somehow take the titles off of them. Then we have the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. The Usos versus Rey and Dominic Mysterio. In this one, as much as I like the idea of Rey and Dominic as this father-son championship duo, and it was great to have them as first father and son champions. I feel like it would be more interesting to keep them on the tag team championships on the Usos. You could continue to go with them holding on to the titles through questionable means, whether that's the one brother kind of helping the other get the 1, 2, 3 out of sight of the official. But I feel like you need to keep them on the Usos. Okay, now we have a very interesting match. The United States Championship match. Sheamus defending against Damian Priest. I really like Damian Priest. I feel like he has a lot to offer in the ring. And I think they're just beginning to really tap the potential there. And I would really be interested in seeing a nice title run from Damian Priest with the United States Championship. So my pick for this is Damian Priest winning his first championship in WWE. And I don't think it would necessarily hurt Sheamus, really. Alright, then we have a non-title match here. It is Alexa Bliss versus Eva Marie. So this one, like, it intrigues me because I like the idea of Alexa Bliss's character. I know some have not necessarily cared for it, but I kind of do. It intrigues me to see what she's going to do every week. I feel like this is going to lead to more of a catalyst between a split between Eva Marie and Doudrop. I feel like Alexa Bliss is going to go away with the win here. And there's going to be some tension between Eva Marie and Doudrop. And this could lead to them going back to her former name, Piper Niven. I haven't necessarily hated Doudrop, but I know her much more as Piper Niven. And I don't see her interfering, really. So far, she has not looked like the type that has wanted to necessarily lend a hand to Eva Marie, but more rather, okay, you think that you can do this yourself. Alright, I'm just here to watch. So, I think Alexa Bliss is going to walk away with the win there. Then we have Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal. I do not see I thought that there was something where Veer and Shanky were not going to be allowed at ringside. Okay, yes. So, I was right. A match was won to get Veer and Shanky banned from ringside for this match. So that means that it is going to be a straight one-on-one Drew McIntyre versus Jinder Mahal. This being the case, like, Jinder Mahal just has not really done anything for me necessarily. But I don't necessarily dislike him either. And it could do wonders for him as a superstar to go over Drew McIntyre. And Drew has looked strong the last several weeks over Jinder and Veer and Shanky. I still would much rather see Drew walk away with the win here. But I'm going to go with Jinder. I feel like with as strong as Drew has looked, also from before based on how things looked during the Go Home show, I'm going to go with Jinder for this one. So there is my predictions for that. Those are my predictions for SummerSlam 2021. Enjoy.